My good friends, it's on the record now. So look here, we're looking at the heart, and obviously you can see this line is kind of straight down, right? I just happened to pick it up like that. So what we're trying to do right now is to identify the anterior side. So we keep looking, we keep looking, we keep looking. Voila! Oh my God, look here. There's that anterior interventricular groove. You see what I'm saying? My good friends, are you listening to me? Yeah, please. Okay, so this is the anterior interventricular groove. It's sloping from the top left to the, because this person is facing you. So this is their left, my right, and this is their right, my left. Do you get it, my good friends? Are you understanding this? So, and then we said, once you see the diagonal line sloping like this, being, you know that, oh my God, I got the anterior side. And then you confirm it because you see this being right in front. You can't miss it a mile away. Okay, and what is this? It's on the board. What is this? The one that confirms, you can cheat on the board, isn't it? Yeah, pulmonary trunk. You understand? In the pulmonary trunk, sometimes we can cut it like this a little bit, and then we can see the pulmonary semilunar valve inside. Most likely we usually don't see it unless we cut here. But anyway, so we know that this is the anterior interventricular groove, and you can see this chamber, you know that it's going to be the right ventricle, left ventricle, because the left ventricle always has the apex, right? And then what else? You can see this auricle here. That's the right auricle. And if I'm pointing to the right auricle, you can see remnants of it. You see it's been cut off. If I point to the right auricle and I'm like, what is that major blood vessel? You're going to say vena cava, right? Because the auricle is not a blood vessel, even though it's pointing, because they get cut off. Okay, you understand? So that's one thing I'm going to just let you know about the exam, because when they harvested these hearts, they were not like intending them to come to us. So they didn't leave the blood vessels. They just basically being cut it. You can see how short this is. Even the aorta is very short. You see how it's just, there's no ascending. Sometimes if they're busy, very busy hearts, and they got all sorts of stuff, you can see the aorta going and curving, and you can even see the brachiocephalic trunk as the first branch from the aortic arc. But obviously, no chance of that here. Do you understand? It's cut off, like being right on the heart itself almost. So you can see remnants of it, and you could prove it that is actually the aorta, because it's going to go to the left, and I don't want to poke through my heart, but you know, and then this one, I'm trying to go through the semilunar valve. You see, look here, look where I am. I'm on the right side. You see, this is definitely the pulmonary trunk. Do you see what I'm saying, my good friends? Because this is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle. You see what I'm saying, my good friends? So there's that. So we, at least the pulmonary trunk, we got the aorta right here, and obviously on the, this is the left auricle, right? Because this is the left side, right? It's part of the fair. Cross. Okay. Very good. So my good friends, this is the left auricle. I point to the left auricle, and I'm like, what's that major blood vessel? You're going to say? Pulmonary veins. Yes, thank you, my good friend Natalia. You understand, my good friends? So be careful to read the question, okay? Don't just see something pointing to the left auricle, and then you just say, left auricle. I'm asking for the major blood vessel. So it has to, your answer has to have blood vessel in it. You understand, my good friends? Even though you don't see it, you know, but you know what side you're on, and you know which blood vessel goes to which side. You understand? So that's how we're gonna do this. Just so you know. Okay, my good friends. So one, we've identified the anterior interventricular sulcus, and we've confirmed it because we have the pulmonary trunk right here, and then we've got the right auricle over here, and then obviously the vena cava has been cut. The vena cava goes in here. That's why, because you don't see the superior vena cava, you don't see the inferior vena cava. In the exam, I'll take vena cava, it's just fine with me. Okay? Or superior vena cava, I'll still take that. Okay? But you should know the vena cava goes onto the right auricle, okay, or into the right atrium. Okay, and then obviously the left auricle, all right, over here. But if I say what's that major blood vessel on the left auricle, I'm going to say pulmonary veins, like my good friend Natalia just said. And obviously you can see this right here is the aorta. That's why I'm like, I can take aorta because, you know, the ascending aorta is not even there. The aortic curve is, aortic arc, I'm sorry, aortic curve. Aortic arc is not even there, so aorta is just fine. But if you say aortic arc, you know, ascending aorta, I'll still take those answers. Okay, my good friends, do you see what I'm saying? So we've identified the 4 blood vessels, major great vessels. We've identified left auricle, right auricle. We've identified anterior interventricular, you know, groove, anterior interventricular sulcus, whichever floats your boat, right ventricle, left ventricle, and then we've seen here being, so this is the posterior interventricular sulcus, right, on the back side, okay, and then this is the also the inferior interventricular sulcus, like your book likes to call it, okay. So there is that, and so there is that, and we are done with the great vessels, and then the coronal sulcus will be kind of running here. You're not going to see it really; it's kind of hidden underneath there, you know, the coronal sulcus. Okay, my good friend. All right. So I'm going to call it a day for this video, and then we'll cut after this. So. Yeah.